Now it's in.
Well, guys,
You certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. And for the Nets, they've got Kyrie Irving. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Harris. And it's Harden in at the 1. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it.
Now, here's Nurkic following the miss by DeAndre Jordan. McCollum right side. From outside, off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Harris finds Harden. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
There are very few any better than Harden at the and one. He's an expert. He looks for the contact, initiates it, gets it, and still finishes. You can't be too physical with him.
Here's Lillard. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Pass to McCollum. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. On defense, the Nets. Powell, the pass to Nurkic. And stolen by Jordan.
It's an awkward pass to try to make on the interior.
And that one drops.
Boy, that was a masterful read from the talented Harden. I mean, he's at his best when he's attacking in the open court. Nobody better.
Now here's McCollum. Lillard fires away from way outside. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's McCollum. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Here's Lillard. After the made shot from KD. McCollum outside. The pass to Powell. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Out to Harris. Down low. Here's Irving. Lays it up and banks it in. Irving's got 5 points so far.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
McCollum dishes to Lillard. McCollum against Irving. McCollum passes to Nurkic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Just a load. I mean, at 7 feet, Nurkic also moves well, and that combo gets him to the line a bunch.
And he can't get the first one. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Portland also making some changes. Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. Jones comes in for Norman Powell. Hollis Jefferson subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Now here's Green. 1:30 left to play in the first. 6 on the shot clock. Claxton the pass to Dinwiddie. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Claxton with the bucket.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And here's Hollis Jefferson. Dishes it to Lillard. It's stolen by Green. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's Dinwiddie. That three off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 12. Here's Jones, and Jones slams it in.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Dinwiddie passes to Griffin. Here's Claxton, covered by Anthony. Out to the wing. Passes it to Claxton. Back to Dinwiddie. Just 2 to shoot. That shot by Griffin, no good. The wide open look here for Anthony, and so it's Brooklyn with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. We'll return.
I know that when the main guy usually decides.
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Nets?
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got Jones. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Anthony in at the 4. Irving, and he uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got the lead up to 12 now for the Nets.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
McCollum deciding where to go with it, and Lillard kicks to Covington. To the paint. Nurkic in the post, defended by Griffin. It's Powell on the wing. Pass to Lillard. There's the 3. Green with the rebound. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Nets. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
McCollum with the bounce pass. Nurkic the pass to McCollum. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Jeff Green picks one up. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable. It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament to get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. I don't want to be too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity. Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David. Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Little comes in for McCollum. Irving against Jones. Harden kicks to Irving. The 11-footer. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Jones looking for an opening. Now here's Little. He's covered by Irving, and it's blocked by Jordan. Pass to Irving. He dishes it to Harris. Left side, KD. Feeds it to Jordan. And KD the bucket on the assist by Jordan. Durant's got his third basket of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
The pass to Little. Here's Simons. Great D that time from Jordan.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
It's Collins with the drive. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Brooklyn leading by 17. A shot by Harden. Wide open. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, he's got those Inspector Gadget arms. I mean, they go on forever. Durant a threat on the offensive glass, too.
The wide open shot by Little. They get it again. Here's Simons. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 26 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Now here's Dinwiddie. Defense is right there. Here's Griffin. Launches a three. And Cantor pulls it down. Here's Jones. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's his first trip to the line. First one falls for him. And so Jones nails both of them. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. And that one released in time, but no good. And thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome. Brooklyn came out looking very confident, displaying the force of a title.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Griffin. Green is out there with Brown. And it's Claxton in at the power forward position. Here's Giles, defended by Griffin. And it's McCollum off the drive. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Dinwiddie passes to Green. Dinwiddie dishes to Green. His three-pointer's off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 15. And a wide-open look for McCollum. Trains the three-pointer.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Dinwiddie outside. He feeds it to Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Brown outside. Pass to Claxton. It's stolen by Jones. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. And he comes up with the deuce. McCollum's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some O.
Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. The Nets working the ball around now. Kicks to Griffin. Pass to Claxton. 6 to shoot. Back to Griffin. Shot on the wing. No good that time. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Cullen passes to Covington. Jones with it. And Jones sends it home.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. And that'll be his third foul so far. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Portland. Dinwiddie kicks to Griffin. Back to Dinwiddie. Claxton the pass to Dinwiddie. And he makes that one. Dinwiddie's got 6 points.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
1:49 left in the third. Here's Lillard, and Griffin sends it back. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known. Or reciprocally.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Nurkic checked in for Giles. Enes Kanter comes in for Anthony. Little, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And Norman Powell subbed in for McCollum.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Dinwiddie kicks to Griffin, and that one hits back iron.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Little. They get the rebound. Pass to Lillard. The three. The rebound by the Nets. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. It's Brown with the drive. In the corner, it's Griffin. Green in the post. Working on Nurkic. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Simons is checked in. Trailblazers trail by 11. 19 seconds left in the third quarter. And the pass to Kanter. He kicks it to Powell. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here's KD. And then Durant with the jam.
Tip of the hat to Irving there. He ignited the break with this underappreciated part of his game. His defense. Quick hands help on both sides of the court.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We've got more in store for you right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th, Enes Kanter is out there with Nurkic. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Little. And it's Simons in at the 1. Irving dishes to Durant. From deep. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me.
Treated the rim like it stole something from it.
Harris outside. Lets it go from deep. Durant kicks to Harris. Outside Irving. Right side Kevin Durant. Yes, that goes in. And the Nets lead by 13.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Passes to Kanter. The tray. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. The Nets working the ball around now. And good that time.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Simons. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Robert Covington's checked in for Enes Kanter. And McCollum subbed in for Little. Durant, the pass to Jordan. Harden outside. Shoots over Nurkic. Again, the miss by KD.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Covington's shot is off. And it's Harris with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a 13-point game. Harden dishes to Durant. Lets it fly. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Harris.
And Harden takes a lot of pride in being a hard matchup, a tough cover. I mean, he takes no time in shooting once he gets the pumping.
Simons, the pass to Powell. Clock at 6. McCollum outside, all alone. Portland no good that time either.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Harris finds Harden. Outside, KD. Count it, good.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
The 3 from McCollum. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. KD dishes to Jordan. Here's Irving. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Brooklyn.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kevin Durant.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this game is over, and they're the only ones who don't realize that.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Lillard's checked in. Here's Harden. Jordan finds Harden. Back to Jordan. Covington with the steal. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Powell trying to free himself up. They get it back. Trying to get something going. Three-pointer, Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And you could see he knew exactly where that long rebound was coming off, able to get there quickly and snatch it up.
The shot's good.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next, it's the NBA on 2. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5. And looking at the Nets, we've got Durant, Kyrie.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
Left side, Irving. Harden kicks to Irving. Back to Harden. Durant in the corner. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And to Tacumbo. 2 terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Holiday goes in, and Holiday throws it down.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Holiday against Harden. Now here's Irving. Defense right on him. He's off on that one. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Middleton the pass to Antetokounmpo. DiVincenzo against Irving. 6 to shoot. Antetokounmpo kicks to DiVincenzo. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Harden the pass to KD. Irving against Holiday. And the rejection by Giannis. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, guarded by KD. Giannis kicks to Middleton. Shoots the 3. And it's KD with the rebound.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Okay, Kevin Durant scanning the floor, looking for opportunities. Make your teammates feel good. Nice.
And here is DiVincenzo. Passes it to Middleton. Stolen by Durant. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And the dunk by Jordan.
Well, DeAndre Jordan, though he's in his 30s, that intensity, that energy level, boy, it never seems to diminish.
Now Giannis. He's got 6. Holiday left side. 1:44 left in the first quarter of the game. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. He's now 2 for 3 with that miss. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets, trailing by 2. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Durant.
Well, this is about unselfishness. Kevin Durant is a great scorer, but right now he's getting his teammates cooking.
In the corner, Irving with it. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Bucks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Floats it up for Giannis. Here is Harden. There's a minute left to play in the first quarter. Durant up top. Left side, Jordan. On the wing, Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Releases. No good from Jordan.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Middleton finds DiVincenzo. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
A shot by Harden. Wide open. Paxson coming off the assist from KD. Durant's got his 4th assist in this one. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group in for the Nets. Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Kevin Durant. Green, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. Griffin with the steal. Here's Claxton, guarded by Tucker. Griffin passes to Claxton. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
And still a close game. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the...
How can we be the best version of ourselves?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Bucks. We've got T. PJ Tucker is out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Nora in at the small forward position. The Bucks trail. Teague with the ball. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Nora, guarded by Green. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Here is Forbes. He's covered by Irving.
Well, you got to love the defensive effort, contesting that shot by Kyrie, just trying to frustrate his man on the defensive end.
Yep, that one goes. Irving's got the lead up to 1 now for the Nets.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Nora, the pass to T. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Dinwiddie, good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And now it's a 3-point Nets lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
There's the pass to Forbes. Back to Teague. Rebound, Brooklyn. Here's Irving. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
They're just so smooth. Kyrie Irving identifying the opening and then letting it rip.
Outside Teague. Out to the right wing. Portis kicks to Teague. 5 on the clock. And Portis throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Dinwiddie with the bucket. Dinwiddie's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
And Doris, make no mistake about it. Spencer Dinwiddie is looking to score. An instant offense type of player.
And Spencer Dinwiddie knows what his role is, and he plays it perfectly. He can go a little hot and cold for stretches, but he doesn't let it affect him. Dinwiddie's always going to provide that offensive punch that's so critical for you.
Here's Irving. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got 3 assists tonight.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
There's the lob to Portis. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Dinwiddie kicks to Irving. Griffin. And Griffin stays with it. And now a 9-point Nets lead.
Yeah, and no one's ever questioned the desire. Griffin using his strength and explosiveness to make good on the second chance opportunities.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Forbes has got his first 3 points of the game.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Here's Dinwiddie. Scoring his 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
This offense just continues to impress.
Aston Moore fires it up. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
Well, Jeff Teague knows how to get by and find teammates. That's pretty right there.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Pass to Claxton. Outside, Green. Kicks it to Dinwiddie. There's the dish to Griffin. Outside, Green. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Griffin can't get it to go in.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They ended the period holding on to us. That's all for now.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
They've got Joe Harris. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Brown, and it's Harden in the corner. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing on that possession. They were all over him on the perimeter.
Holiday dishes to Lopez. Got a piece of it. Harden against Antetokounmpo. Harden the pass to KD. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Harden against Holiday. Harden, that's good.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
Nets leading by 8. Harden kicks to Brown. Outside Jordan. Here's Durant. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, Kevin Durant is so crafty. He is outstanding at forcing the issue and drawing fouls. The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Harden against Holiday. And the layup is good.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Harden dishes to Brown. Harden with it. He's picked up by Lopez. KD passes to Jordan. Stolen by Holiday. Giannis against Durant. Lopez kicks to DiVincenzo. Middleton on the wing. And Jordan sends it back.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message.
Offensive rebound. Passes it to KD. At the tip. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, this team likes to see Lopez working hard on the glass. That's a part of his game he must continue to improve upon.
Harden finds Durant. Jordan with it. Lopez covering. The pass to Harris. Launches it. Milwaukee with the rebound. Giannis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Middleton can't get it to go. Nets leading by 8. And a wide open look for Jordan. Out to Harris. KD on the wing. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Hits the front of the rim and out.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Here's Middleton. Makes it off the glass.
And with great positional size, Middleton knows how to do damage down low.
Brown kicks to Harris. Back to Brown. Pass to Harden. Jordan inside. Lopez covering. Jordan can't get it to go.
Boy, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
The shot by Middleton. Wide open. The long distance 3 is buried.
And this is what Middleton does. Hit trades. He's one of the best in the league at helping his team space the floor.
Here's Jordan. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Jordan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
On the wing, Holiday. Guarded by Harris. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
Pass to Harris. Over Middleton. Harris misses. Bucks trail by 3. And the rejection by Harden. For the 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
It's just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Bucks shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. They've got Portis. Teague out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Nwora in at the 3 spot. Teague can't hit. And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. They've led by as much as 10. Griffin passes to Claxton. Back to Griffin. Nets passing it around. And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That's his first foul. And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Irving for 3. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
There's a marksmanship from Kyrie Irving. The lightning quick release. Boy, defender better have his hands up and ready.
There's the lob. Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Green. In transition, here come the Nets. Irving passes to Claxton. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul called on the Milwaukee Bucks. And the first one drops. And so he hits both. Here's T. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And Forbes kicks to Antetokounmpo. The putback, no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Irving double team. Claxton the pass to Irving. Here's Claxton. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Just 4 to shoot. Irving with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. And Griffin stays with it. And the Nets lead by 8.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
And Holiday, here we go. A 3 for DiVincenzo. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Here's Irving. Griffin kicks to Irving. Green, the pass to Irving. Over Holiday. It doesn't go for him. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Irving finds Griffin. DiVincenzo against Irving. With that miss, he's now made 6 and missed 6 from the field. Middleton the pass to Holiday. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Holiday against Dinwiddie. The shot by Holiday, no good. The feed now to Irving. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Tries it from 19. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Bucks trail by 6. Here's Giannis. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
How about the effort? You did think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you?
Passes it to Irving. 1:35 left here in the fourth quarter. He kicks to Griffin. Back to Irving. Shoots. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got his 4th assist in this one. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Kevin Durant comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Harris is checked in for Jeff Green. And it's James Harden in for Dinwiddie. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Teague in for Drew Holiday.
Well, the ability to score at all three levels makes Kyrie Irving a near impossible check. Good luck, fellas.
Forbes can't get it to go.
Absolutely tenacious, guys. Stuck right on him defensively, bothered that shot.
KD looking around. Inside. Kicks it out to Harden. Outside, KD. On the wing, Irving. Durant dishes to Irving. Jordan trying to free himself up. From outside, off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Brooklyn with the ball. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Back to Irving. Lets it go with a three. Buries the long-range jumper. And now it's an 11-point Nets lead.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. But traffic in New York City making its way back and forth between Manhattan and... Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the 5. And for Brooklyn, Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Irving. Then it's Harden, and it's Jordan in at the 5, roaming the paint. Jackson passes to George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Harden the pass to Jordan, and the rejection by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
Outside, George. Harden against Leonard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And PG, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
It's Harden with the drive, and the jam by Harden.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Jackson with it. Pass to George. Fires from deep. The shot, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Harris passes to Harden. To the inside, Jordan. Good, it's Harden with the assist that time.
Every year, DeAndre gets a little more comfortable scoring the basketball. That play being a prime example.
George up top, covered by Irving. Leonard looking over the floor. And Ibaka kicks to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Lobs it up for Ibaka. Hammers the alley-oop through.
I'll tell you, for a veteran, Ibaka still gets sky high on these alley-oops.
Harden against Jackson. It's Harden with the drive. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Reggie Jackson.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And he sinks the second.
And it's intriguing. Early on, critics questioned DeAndre's commitment to the game. But boy, has he answered them back.
Now Jackson. Pass to George. It's up a 3. That one doesn't go. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. On the wing, Irving. Jordan finds Harden. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that's done. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. KD looking around.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. That free throw good from Durant.
Growing up, KD wanted to play for his favorite team, the Toronto Raptors, which featured his favorite player, Vince Carter.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. Dinwiddie outside. Kennard with the ball. Defended by Dinwiddie. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Stolen by Durant. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Dinwiddie with the ball.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
Here's Beverly. Now the pass to Cousins. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. To the wing on the left. Here's Dinwiddie. Dishes to Griffin. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. KD on the wing. The Nets working the ball around now. Stolen by Zubac. Now the Clippers moving it up. Irving against Kennard. Here's Cousins. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, he's a guy who is built for these kind of plays. DeMarcus using his size and skill to full advantage.
They kick it out to Green. Beyond the arc. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. .15 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Irving. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
What's nice about this in-between area for Kyrie, compared to going to the rim, he has a little more room to get his shot off.
That's a 2 from Kennard, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Tie game in Brooklyn. And the second. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it.
This game, it's.
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Batum's out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Kennard in at the 2 spot. Floats it up for Cousins. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Natural-born finisher DeMarcus Cousins bringing the hammer.
Outside Irving. We've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Off with the layup. Beverly dishes to Batum. Drops in the layup for 2.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Harden the pass to Jordan. Banked in off the glass. Jordan's got his second bucket tonight.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 2. And George, here we go.
The homecoming for Paul George.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Harden, no good.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
And it's Leonard missing. Brooklyn trailing. Brown with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Here's Jordan. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Jordan's got 4 points in the quarter.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
2 minutes.
Harden against Jackson. The shot by Jordan, no good.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
Nobody near George. No good on the triple. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Here's Harden. A stupendous finish in traffic. Harden's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And honestly, that was a great effort defensively, but Harden just with that unique ability to get his shot off under any circumstances.
Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got his first points of the night.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Jordan's shot is off. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Morris, no good.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Blake Griffin. He's checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Kevin Durant. Jeff Green. He's checked in for Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. Now here's Leonard. Ibaka outside. Back to Leonard. Tries again. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The drive by Jackson and the dunk by Jackson.
I mean, taking what the defense allows. Reggie can run the pick and roll in a variety of ways.
Dinwiddie kicks to Griffin. Back to Dinwiddie. 3 seconds left. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Dinwiddie's got his 2nd bucket of the night. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The period wrapped up with the teams on. And
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
They've got Kyrie Irving. Harris is out there with Durant. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harden in at the point. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
Harden, no good. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Clippers. They lead by 1.
Comfortable inside, plus the 7'3" wingspan. Hard to stop Kawhi without fouling.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles. For your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ. Aggressive drive by Irving. Defender can't keep up without fouling.
You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know
it. You know, I think that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, this is Jordan's mindset, trying to extend the play and convert that effort into points.
Beverly against Harden, and they pick up 2. And the Clippers lead by 1. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. And a new group in for the Nets. Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Kevin Durant. Jeff Green is checked in for Joe Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Ibaka. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Marcus Morris. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Kennard in for Paul George. Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. The Clippers have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
You know, there's always going to be room in this league for guys like Luke Kennard. He can shoot, he can pass it, and he can put it on the floor.
Irving dishes to Dinwiddie. Up top, Griffin. He's guarded by Cousins. Here's Green. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trap.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Passes to Kennard. The tray. But they recover it. And that one is good from Zubac.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Nets trail by 4. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Green, the pass to Dinwiddie. Here's Claxton. Stolen by Zubac. Griffin with the steal. Kennard against Irving. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That's his 4th foul of the evening. He needs to be careful now. Pick and choose where to be aggressive.
Irving. Here's Griffin. The kick out to Irving. 6 to shoot. Lays it up off the glass. Irving's got 8 points.
Sometimes I think Kyrie likes to get contact, probably because he can still finish through it.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And here's Beverly. And Leonard has it in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by Harris. One-on-one here. It's Harden with the drive. Durant with a wide open look. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. The Clippers in the lead. The 3 from George. Traps in the tray. George has got his 2nd basket of the night.
Showing off his range. Wow, Paul George can hurt you from anywhere on the floor.
Durant down low. He's against Morris. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. George has got the ball, and George with the stuff.
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Harden kicks to KD. Harden against Beverly. Brown the pass to Harris. The Nets working the ball around now. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Harden. It could go. That shot misses. The third quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 5. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Taking a look at Los Angeles. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ivica Zubac. And there's Jackson. Then there's Batum. And it's Kennard in at the shooting guard position.
Aggressive on the drive. That's going to result in some free throws for Jackson.
And so Jackson nails both of them. Here's Dinwiddie. The dish to Green. Pass to Dinwiddie. Feeds to Irving. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
I like this from Kyrie. Looking for a high percentage shot. Settling for nothing less.
Jackson down low. Dinwiddie covering. Kennard against Irving. Outside for Batum. Pass to Cousins. Now Kennard. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. No good from Cousins. Here's Irving. Again, the Nets for 2.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Left side Jackson, and he lobs it up toward the rim.
And if you're the defender, you have to respect the ability of Jackson to finish. That opens things up for the assist.
Nets trail by 5. Outside Irving. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
Jackson with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively.
The burst of Jackson makes him a hard guy to stick with and difficult not to foul him.
First free throw is good, and Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Cousins. Morris comes in for Ivica Zubac. Leonard, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Paul George in for Kennard. It's Harden with the...
Wow! And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in. Outside Leonard. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Clippers lead by 5.
One thing about Kawhi, when he's driving, he eats up real estate fast with those long strides.
George against Harden. Up again. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
KD with it. To the middle. Harris kicks to KD. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. The first free throw is good. Durant nails both of them.
Yeah, that's who you want stepping to the line when the game is close.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And George, here we go. Lobs it up for Ibaka. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Durant for three. He can't get it to go. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. A three from George. Drills it from outside.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
George against Harden. George dishes to Morris. Nice D from Durant. Nets trail by 7.
This has reached desperation time for them.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's foul number 2 for him. The Nets making a switch here. Irving's checked in. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. Here's Beverly. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
Misread each other on the pass. Tried to recover, but too late.
54 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Jackson, who's checked in for the Clippers. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
A great job to get the bucket and to get to the line. When the game's on the line, you want your guys attacking like he did there.
Jackson drives in.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Here's Harden. The putback, good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
You better get a body on him. When Jordan gets under the rim like that, he'll hurt you and the rim.
16 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Harris against Leonard. Back to Jackson. 4 on the clock. And Ibaka kicks to Jackson. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're in front by 2. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Serge Ibaka.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're behind by 2. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. This win. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. With pregame.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Jordan. Joe Harris is out there with Durant. And it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Harden in at the point. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. McCollum, no good. Irving dishes to Jordan. KD passes to Harden. From deep three-point range, Jordan trying to free himself up. They get it back. Harris kicks to Harden. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
I love how confident Harden looks shooting from there. He just drains those long shots.
Lillard finds McCollum. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Harris, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Lillard misses. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Harden kicks to Harris. Harden got the loose ball, but that will be a backcourt violation. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Jordan against Nurkic. Pass to Powell. 5 on the clock. No good off the back of the rim.
Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to start the game 0 for 5.
Here's Jordan. Outside for Durant. From downtown. Lillard with the rebound. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul. Trailblazers have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And don't sleep on Lillard's vertical. When he's going strong to the bucket, he's capable of throwdowns like these.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Passes it to Powell. Over Harris. Rejected by Harris. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And it's sent back by Lillard. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Now here's Jordan. At the elbow, Irving. To the paint. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And with his struggles at the line, you need to hack down DeAndre. Can't let him get the shot off there.
The Nets making a switch here. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Durant. Green comes in for Joe Harris. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Irving. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. A putback.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
McCollum against Brown, and the basket by McCollum.
Always good to see solid interior work by McCollum. I mean, he might earn himself some extra space on his outside jumpers when he gets inside points like this.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Brown the pass to Green. Back to Brown. Nurkic with the steal. Lillard with it, defended by Dinwiddie. Lillard looking around. Down low, Nurkic. It's hauled in by Claxton. Brooklyn leading by 5. Here's Dinwiddie. And a miss there on the triple. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here. Nurkic finds Lillard. And a wide open look for McCollum. No good with the triple.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Jordan the pass to Brown. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Clock at 4. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over for the Trailblazers. Zach Collins checked in for Robert Covington. And Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Norman Powell. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Back to Lillard. Launches a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Here's Claxton. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
5 seconds left in the first quarter. Lillard from outside. And so the first quarter is in the books. Nets lead by 4. And the second. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but
when I'm training in the summer,
the team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Green. Griffin is out there with Brown. And it's Claxton in at the 4. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Unloads. And the rebound goes to Griffin.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And Blake Griffin, the combination of power and agility, that guy is a handful inside.
Yeah, Jay, he can finish with either hand. He favors that right block, and he's got an array of moves down there to keep it guessing.
Dinwiddie finds Griffin. Clock is at 3.
Credit to Deep for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
Lobs it up for Anthony. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And Melo, a skilled shooter. If he gets a clean look, you expect him to make it.
And there's the pass to Griffin. Here's Claxton. They kick it out to Green. Pass to Brown. He lobs it up. Stolen by Collins. And again, Portland running the court in transition. And here's McCollum for 3. The shot misses. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. Inside. He feeds it to Green. To the inside. And the basket is good. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Harris dishes to Jordan. Collins against Harden.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
Lobs it up for Cantor, and out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, There are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from three, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
From 12 feet out, he hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Powell for three, and Cantor throws it down.
Oh, man, what a slam by Cantor. His size lets him make easy work of those big plays in the paint.
Pass to Irving, the three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
2-for-1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Kept alive. Jordan kicks to Irving, and Harden launches it from deep. Irving finds Harden. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Harden's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
What confidence from Harden. He's a lethal three-point shooter. He knows he has the green light.
Pass to Powell. Clock at 6. Portland needs to get off a shot. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the... And that's a wrap.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Here is Harden. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. We've got Robert Covington, also Enes Kanter out there. Powell is out there with Jones, and it's Simons in at the point guard. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. The kick out to Irving. Nets passing it around. For the three. 6 on the shot clock. Durant, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive.
Here's Jordan, kicks it out to Harden, launches it, and the Nets miss again.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Well, and last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Collin comes in for Norman Powell, and Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior. And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. Averaged over double digits assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay for sending help.
Nurkic, the pass to McCollum. Count that one. McCollum's got his second basket.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Dinwiddie against Lillard. Here's Claxton. They kick it out to Green. And the Nets miss again.
I don't know what they drew up at halftime, but it ain't working. 0 for 4 to start the half.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Brown the pass to Claxton. Covington with the steal. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Lillard up top, guarded by Harden. Here's Nurkic. Kicks it out to Covington. Nobody near Lillard. Nice shot from the wing. Lillard's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
And offensively, they finally seem to be coming around after an ugly first half.
Irving passes to Jordan, looking to end the run. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Now the pass to Covington. Feeds to Jones. Lillard outside. And here's Covington from the arc. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
And Lillard kicks to Covington. A 3-pointer off the mark. The Nets have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Outside for Durant. It's good.
Standing almost 7 feet tall with that kind of skill, that kind of height, athleticism, his mid-range jumper, it'll always be there for Durant.
They double-team McCollum. And a deep 3 from Lillard. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got 12 points in the game. Harden against Lillard. Harden dishes to Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. Outside Irving. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. 8 points for him.
You got to know that Irving is an excellent mid-range shooter. But then again, where isn't he a great shooter?
3-pointer, Lillard. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got 8 rebounds in this game. Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Back to McCollum. Lillard outside. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
You can't give any lane to the basket. Once Lillard sees it, he jumps all over.
And here's Harden for 3. No good on the last second attempt there. It's all tied in Portland. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter. We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so here's Portland. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Brown. Griffin is out there with Green. And it's Claxton in at the 4 spot. Here's Covington. Got a piece of it. And he gets it back. Here's Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Tries it again. And that one swishes right in. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
I think McCollum's mechanics and mindset really come into play in the mid-range game. He's deadly from that area.
Green against Covington. Here's Griffin. Green inside and stolen by Lillard. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Lillard left side. Hands it from downtown. And now a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
And they're going to have to pay closer attention to him beyond the arc. I mean, he's got 2 threes in this half, a total of 3 overall.
Here's Claxton. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. To the middle. It's tipped. Here's Jones. Kicks it out to Lillard. The 3-ball. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 4 rebounds now tonight and stolen by Lillard. And they're running. Here's Jones. He can't get that one. Griffin with some nice D.
Now, he hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Cantor. And here's Anthony for 3. It's hauled in by Harris. Brooklyn trailing. It's Harden with the... Oh, that was something else.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
Cantor against Jordan. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam. We've seen some great competition in this one.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
The Nets making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Now a timeout called by Portland.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Damian Lillard.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open 3, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Pass to Giant. Back to McCollum. Here's Giant. Defended by Griffin. Harden with the defensive effort.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke.
And that one's good, Irving.
Well, you know they're going to go to Irving in these spots. He's tremendous at scoring when his team needs a bucket.
Lillard from outside. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And on the way from Irving for 3. That one, no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Here's Lillard and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
Lillard against Irving. The feed to Jordan. The kick out to Irving. Back to Jordan and stolen by Lillard. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. The shot by Powell, no good. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Nets. They lead by 1. It counts.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Brooklyn with the ball. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Irving against McCollum. Now Irving. and so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Downtown Milwaukee is seen. We are near.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. So the next starting five. Harden out there with Irving. Then it's Joe Harris. Then it's Jordan. And it's KD in at the 4. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5.
And that foot injury robbing Dante DiVincenzo of much of his rookie season. But in year 2, he had a nice bounce back.
One of the things, Greg, that I think is most important for any player at any level is any time that you're hurt, you still have an opportunity from the bench to pick up some of the nuances of the game. There's no doubt that Dante did that last year, and this year has stepped in and continued to contribute to this ball club.
And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there to go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken number 1.
Here is Harden following the basket by Chris Middleton. Harden the pass to KD. Off target from outside.
Yeah, a little bit surprising he hasn't connected on at least one of his 3 shots yet, but he's going to keep shooting.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Fundamental play there from Lopez, spotting the open man and then sending him the ball.
And the Nets with possession here. After the basket by Milwaukee. Jordan. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Giannis kicks to Holiday. Lopez outside. Back to Holiday. The pass to DiVincenzo. To the paint. Antetokounmpo, no good. Nets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Irving misses.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Passes it to DiVincenzo. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Jacks up a 3. The shot, no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Irving passes to Harden. Fires the 3. And it's Irving missing. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Well, when Giannis has room to run, He is fun to watch. They get out in transition there.
Irving passes to Harris. Outside Irving. Another miss by Irving. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. There's the lob at Kumbo. Up high to stop the alley-oop. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Dinwiddie with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively.
Clearly a foul.
Brooklyn shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. 1:32 left in the first quarter. Here's Holiday. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Loads it up for Giannis. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Well, that's a nice toss up there, so you got to like the timing. But, of course, that's Giannis. He's going to grab anything.
Green, the pass to Claxton. Dishes to Griffin. The Nets working the ball around now. Pass to Brown. Dinwiddie against Holiday. And Dinwiddie gets it to go on the assist by Brown. Milwaukee leading by 10. 50 seconds left in the first. Inside. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
An era where we're seeing teams turn away from the slower 7-footers. Brook Lopez still playing a pivotal role for the Bucks.
There's been a lot of talk in recent years, Greg, as how the big man has been played off the floor in the playoffs. That's just not the case with Lopez because he's been able to step out and shoot threes along with being a really reliable rim protector.
Claxton with the bucket.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here is Holiday. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Dinwiddie. And the shot goes down.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Pass to Holiday. Takes the three. He doesn't hit that one. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force. And it seems like players are constantly changing teams.
As a team, as a unit, as a roster.
Greg Dinwiddie, one of those players who seems to adapt to any situation.
I mean, he's versatile, total team player, will do whatever is asked of him. He's really emerged after being picked in the second round a few years ago.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And quite a position here for the Bucks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Well, everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
Portis is out there with P.J. Tucker. And there's Teague. And it's Nora in at the three, the small forward. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. Now, here's Portis. Following the miss by Kyrie Irving. And stolen by Jordan. Oh, and here we go with Durant. Nobody back. And then Durant with the dunk.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Here is Forbes. The pass to Portis. There's the three. The shot's good from Forbes. Forbes has got the lead up to 14 now for Milwaukee. Outside Irving. Harden outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jeff Teague.
Shifty with his speed. Incredible ball handling. So hard to guard Kyrie, but so thrilling to sit here and watch it all up close. At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Now here's Teague. No points in the game yet for him.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Here is Harris. Here's Irving. Here's Jordan. Out to Harris. Outside, KD. Here's Harden on the wing. Second chance shot. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Teague, the pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Irving dishes to Harris. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on. And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Harden the pass to Jordan, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
And here comes Harden, leading the fast break, and an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Milwaukee leading by 13. Antetokounmpo looking it over. The shot from the low post is good. Antetokounmpo's got 18 points.
And you just look at the box score right now. He's not only filling it up with these points, but in every facet of the game.
Harden finds Irving. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
Well, when you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on.
And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And the three off target. Nets trail by 17. Irving kicks to Jordan. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists tonight.
I love the confidence from Jordan. All of his shots are going to come from the paint, so he should be confident, and he's got the ball there.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Durant with the steal. Here's Harden. And he banks in the layup. Harden's got 4 this quarter.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Floats it up for Giannis. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. On the wing, Irving. Defended by DiVincenzo. Irving dishes to Jordan. DiVincenzo with the rebound. And it's the Bucks on the break. Just 3 on the clock. And the dunk by Giannis.
Sometimes it takes a while for all that length in Giannis to catch up to those feet. But once he does, man, he can explode.
And so it's... All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He ended up with 20. Thanks for joining.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Green. Griffin is out there with Brown. And it's Claxton in at the power forward. Here's Middleton following the bucket by the Nets. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Antetokounmpo's got 26 points.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Dinwiddie passes to Brown. Griffin trying to get open. Brown, good.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Yeah, the defender all over.
First trip to the line for him here. The first one falls. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Dinwiddie against T. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Now here's Teague. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Griffin with the steal. And here we go. Dinwiddie heading to the hoop. Drops in the breakaway layup.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Brown against DiVincenzo. And no good that time. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Here's Brown. Rebounded by Tucker.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Griffin with the ball. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Now here's Griffin. And stolen by Portis. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. And the Bucks miss again.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Claxton, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on the Milwaukee Bucks. The Nets shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And he makes the first. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Joe Harris comes in for Green. Irving's checked in for Bruce Brown. And James Harden has subbed in for Dinwiddie.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Here we go, all alone. Jumps up. 2 free throws coming up, and here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Now, here is Harden. Passes it to Irving. Harris inside the line. Here's KD. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
In transition, here come the Nets. Yep, that one goes in there. 1:44 left to play in the third. Now T. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Portis can't get it to go.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
For 3, Durant drains it from beyond the arc. KD's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, just how easy is that for KD? It's just amazing, effortless, elevating, and keeping his balance. Another triple.
Here is Forbes down low, and that's going to be a travel. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Nets trail by 11. Outside Durant. Passes it to Jordan. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. The Nets have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Durant kicks to Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. They get it again. Out to Harris. Here's the floater. And another shot. Jordan dishes to Durant. It's thrown by to Kumbo. Holiday left side. Pass to DiVincenzo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Holiday against Harden. Feeds it to Jordan. Misses from short range. A good look from DiVincenzo. And that one released in time, but no good. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Bucks lead by 13. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. DiVincenzo kicks to Antetokounmpo, just 5 on the clock. And Giannis throws it down.
Well, him dominating the offensive end is what accounts for this lead. Just a very difficult guy to stop once he gets going.
Irving from long range. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And it's Irving missing.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Well, you go in there weak like that, and a guy like Giannis with his length is going to throw it away.
Here's Irving. And again, it's the Nets missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Harris passes to Jordan. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so it's Brooklyn with it. KD dishes to Harden. Here's Harden on the wing. Shoots. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant.
Well, KD, an awesome job there, just sharing the rock with his teammates.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Teague, the pass to Morrow. Timeout called, the Bucks. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He said, "This is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play." In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Here's Holiday. James Harden picking up that last basket. And here's Holiday. Lobbed up there for Lopez. And that one is off. Guys, there's still time for them to make a run.
Can't have any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not.
Well, an outstanding floor general right there. Holiday has switched between point guard and off guard, and a great feel for when guys are open.
Now here's Harden. Makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Outside Holiday. Throws it up high. And onto Tacumbo. Slams it in.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. Now, here is Harden, and the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. Stolen by Holiday. Oh, and here comes Holiday all alone. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Fire on both ends of the floor. That's what Drew Holiday is playing with and letting his defense manufacture some of his offense.
Now, here is Harden. And a wide open look for Irving. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Bucks leading by 11. Giannis with it. Guarded now by Irving. The Nets have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. It's good.
Now just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
Double team on Holiday to the middle. Dives for it, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Here is Harden. Irving looking over the floor. Count the basket.
Kyrie not backing away from the contact there. In fact, welcoming that one, tricked you into it.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Bucks. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. He kicks it to Antetokounmpo. Unable to get that one. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away. Kyrie coming alive. He does that at this stage of the game.
Now here is Holiday. At the top of the key, Lopez. 29 seconds left in the game. Middleton outside. 6 to shoot. Lets the three fly. Jordan with the rebound. And here are the Nets. They're on a 17-6 run. A wide open look for Durant. Off target with his three. Pass to DiVincenzo. Giannis outside. From deep. And the miss. And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting. Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Green, and it's Durant. Then it's Harden, and it's Brown in at the two-guard spot. And for Los Angeles, Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Ibaka in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Jackson. Outside, George shoots the three, connects from three-point range. George has got the first 3 points tonight for the Clippers. Harden against George. Passes to Brown. Here's Harden on the wing. Shot clock at 6. And the pass to Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
Jackson looking around. Nobody near Leonard. Off target from three-point range. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. LA has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Jackson against Brown. Here's Ibaka. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Yeah, high percentage look there for Ibaka. He can be automatic in there when given room.
Harden the pass to Durant. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Harden finds Green. Misses from close range.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Pass to Morris. From the arc. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Now here's Harden. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Outside Durant. Back to Harden. Clock at 6. He gets it in there.
Well, that jump shot's a thing of beauty coming from Harden. I think some of it is the fact that his mechanics are good, but left-handed shooters sometimes just look sweeter than right-handed shooters. Amazing how many ways he has to score.
Here's George. James Harden picking up that last basket. Jackson down low. Brown's there. And Ibaka slams it in. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
And there's so many guys that, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did.
Now, you got to remember that Harden has a quick trigger, staple gun quick. This guy is looking to score as soon as the ball touches his hands.
Now here's Jackson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And Ibaka slams it in.
And the slithery agility of Ibaka. Not many guys can go up with him to stop the catch and dunk.
Harden. And the jam by Harden.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Here's George. 5 points in the game. Pass to Ibaka. It's stolen by Brown. It's Harden with the drive. Slammed home. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. And getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And the basket is good.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Pass to Kennard. Got it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Serge Ibaka. He's been the guy making things happen for... And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Harris. Irving is out there with Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the power forward position. Now, here is Irving. Over Beverly. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Irving against Beverly. Floats it up for Cousins. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Harris misses. The Clippers in the lead. Outside, Batum.
Well, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
Dinwiddie passes to Griffin. Here's Claxton. He's guarded by Cousins. There's the pass to Claxton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line. They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there. Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. They get a hand on it. Irving passes to Claxton. Back to Irving. The Nets working the ball around now. Dinwiddie finds Irving. Unloads from 13. And the Nets miss again. Clippers leading by 3. Kennard with the ball. Picked up by Harris. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
You know, that's where the high release point of Batum worked to his advantage. Allowed him to get that shot off.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And just a fantastic season a year ago in terms of his free throw shooting. 90% from the line.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. That one off the back iron and out. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Pass to Zubac. He kicks to Batum. Beverly against Irving. Batum wide open. He fires. Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
Cousins doing a nice job using that big body of his to get another possession for his team.
Irving passes to Dinwiddie. Harris inside the line. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. 1:49 left in the second quarter. Here's Beverly. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Kennard for 3. High post, Zubac. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Kennard's shot is off. Nets trail by 6.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league. Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the strike, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
And the jam by Harden.
Now, you can't sleep on this guy's finishing ability. He loves getting room to throw it down on you, and he'll put you in a poster if you let him.
Now here's Jackson. Kicks to George. And George with the stop.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Harden dishes to Durant. And no good. AT that time from Leonard. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Jordan. With the teardrop. And it's sent back by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
Now here's Durant. No points in the game yet for him. On the wing, Brown. KD with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Out to KD from outside the arc.
Passion is something we love to see no matter what we're doing, and Leonard plays with great passion. A defensive menace who gives everything he has to shut his man down while still doing it at the offensive end too.
And that's...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. Serge Ibaka had no problems getting going. He had 8 points, 3 rebounds, and that...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. Jordan the pass to Durant. Over George. Leonard with the steal. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Here's George. And Durant sends it back.
That extraordinary reach combined with good timing makes Durant a real threat as a shot blocker.
From deep, George, good on the triple. George has got 10 points in the game. And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. They trail by 7. Second half just getting started, about a minute played.
Well, I tell you what, Paul George is so tough on defense. Love the way he gets after people. He's excellent at staying in the play as well as staying in his stance so he can come up with rejections and deflection.
Nets trail by 7. Durant kicks to Harden. They double team KD. And there's Jordan. That's good on the assist from KD. Durant's got 3 assists in the game. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. And here's George. He's got 10. Now the dish to Ibaka. And that'll be 2 free throws. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
Taking 2 shots.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which the...
Watch out now. So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
George against Harden. He dishes it to Green. Back to Harden. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And the layup's good off the glass.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. Morris has got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's KD. Cans the 12-footer.
Boy, if you allow Durant that look, he's going to punish you. I mean, it's that simple.
Clippers leading by 6. Outside Jackson. To the inside, and Morris throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. they can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Green. Joe Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. Dinwiddie's checked in for Brown. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. Beverly dishes to Cousins. Dinwiddie against Kennard. 5 to shoot. Nets trail by 6. The Nets shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Griffin's checked in for Jordan. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. We've got 1:13 left here in the third quarter. Now here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Zubats. Outside Batum. Zubats the pass to Batum. Over Claxton. The shot by Batum, no good. The Nets have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Dinwiddie.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Here's Beverly, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And one thing about Beverly, he's not just nasty on defense. He's great at getting the defense to rough him up on the other end, too.
Both free throws good from Beverly. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Irving. And the shot goes in.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Beverly against Irving. Beverly dishes to Cousins. Back to Beverly. Lets it go from deep. They get it back.
Marcus Cousins battling his way past the defender there for the putback throwdown.
Here's Irving, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Clippers lead by 2. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Kyrie Irving. Joe Harris is out there with Griffin. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot. Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. And it's off from 3-point range. Clippers leading by 4. That's a 2 from Kennard. Again, Los Angeles.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Good.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Beverly finds Kennard. Over in the corner, Cousins. Back to Kennard. Fires the 3. Brooklyn with the rebound.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Passes it to Durant. Back to Harden. Durant dishes to Harden. Here's Jordan. They kick it out to Green. It's Harden with the drive. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
Whenever Harden sprints inside, man, I love it. Has so many ways he can finish near the basket.
That's tipped and taken away by Brown. To tie it up. That one misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Harden with it. Jordan inside, defended by Ibaka. Here's Harden. Right through the cylinder that time, all net. Harden's got 4 this quarter.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. Timeout. That's his first foul. Timeout called the Nets.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Brooklyn making some changes. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Harris comes in for Green, and it's Kyrie Irving in for Brown. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He told us guys, the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
George with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Sinks that one from the post. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Hey, when you got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Harden kicks to Irving. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling, and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
Back to Irving. Durant down low. Leonard's there, and that one's good. Durant.
No stage too big for KD. If you need a basket, he's your man.
The drive by Jackson. It's the first that gives them the lead.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
The Nets making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. The 9-foot shot. Harden the pass to Jordan. KD dishes to Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Durant. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. They grab their own miss. Goes back up. It's good. A huge shot to tie it up.
Somebody lit a fire under Kevin Durant.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. 40 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
32 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Harden the pass to Durant. To take the lead. Count it!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
And George, here we go. Yes!
Well, Paul George has been sensational.
Now Kevin Durant. regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We'll be back shortly live. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Brooklyn now, Jordan is out there with Griffin. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Durant, and it's Harden in at the point. Harden, that's good.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Leonard attacking, and it's good for two.
And guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
Harden left side. Outside Irving. Over Jackson. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
It's extra time here, just over a minute into overtime. George against Harden, uses the glass to finish the layup. Harden's got 4 this quarter.
This is not unfamiliar territory for Harden. He is used to being the go-to guy, especially when his team needs a big hoop.
Jackson kicks to Morris. George against Harden. And George, here we go. Shots good by Ibaka.
Big stakes, big bucket. Ibaka showing he has the mettle to rise to the challenge.
The pass to KD. Working with it. Leonard picks him up. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. First free throw is good, and that brings them within 2 here.
You know, it's become almost a foregone conclusion that Harden is going to lead the league in free throw attempts every year. He is a master at getting to the line.
Here's George. KD looking around. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Boy, that's a tough take there by Durant. He gets off the shot, his finesse coming into play there, and he's able to draw the foul as a result. Needed those and got them. Terrific job at the line under pressure.
Outside Leonard. Outside Jackson. Back to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one, good.
Boy, and just look at what Leonard is doing.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. It's a 1-point game. Feeds it to Griffin. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And here's Leonard from 3. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Durant down low. Defended by George. It's off. Knocked away. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Timeout called the Nets. They're trailing by 1. 1 second left to play in the first overtime. What's your take?
And they've got enough time left to get a good look. It's got to be quick, but it doesn't have to be a heave. You can still catch, turn, and shoot. They've got 1 shot at it here, obviously. It's a make-or-break situation.
And stolen by Cousins. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.